Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Study Time. So today we will do the question answers of Two Gentlemen of Verona. This is part 2. So let's begin. Answer the following questions briefly. So why was the author surprised to see Nicola and Jacopo working as shoeshine boys? वो काफी surprised हुआ उन्हें देखकर जब वो shoeshine work कर रहे थे. The narrator was surprised to see Nicola and Jacopo shining shoes because he thought that selling fruits was their only occupation. He thought, or you can write, he thought they earned their living by fruit picking because एक दिन पहले जब वो उससे मिले थे तो they were selling wild strawberries. B part, the story is full of surprises. Briefly mention any two such instances. देखिए ये तो फुल चैप्टर इज लिटिल सरप्राइजिंग. काफ़ी कुछ इसमें ऐसा आया कि काफ़ी कुछ सरप्राइजिंग था. हम ऐसे दो इंस्टेंसेस ले सकते हैं. द फर्स्ट वन इज इन द स्टार्टिंग बॉयज वर सेलिंग वाइल्ड स्ट्रॉबेरीज व्हेन नरेटर केम अक्रॉस देम. और नेक्स्ट डे दे वर वर्किंग एज shoeshine boys. But other than this, they did many jobs like selling newspapers, acted as a tourist guides, and ran errands. All this was very surprising as the boys worked really hard at such a small age. Second is they were saving all money for their sister who was bedridden due to tuberculosis of spine. They were responsible at a very small age. Even the narrator thought that they must be saving to emigrate to America, but we come to know that it was their sister for whom they were working so hard. And they were self-respecting and never complained or asked for favors from anybody. हालांकि इस एज में हर कोई बहुत ही ज़्यादा कंप्लेनिंग होता है, लेकिन उनके अंदर बहुत ज़्यादा सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट थी एंड दे नेवर कंप्लेन्ड अबाउट दिस टू एनीबडी. Why were the boys in the deserted square at night? What character trait do they exhibit? The two boys were selling newspapers in the windy, deserted square at night. They were waiting for the last bus from Padua. They would sell their newspapers when it came in. It shows their sense of hard work and पेशेंस. तो वो लास्ट बस का वेट कर रहे थे कि उसमें भी वो अपने न्यूज़पेपर्स को सेल कर सके. एंड इट वाज अराउंड मिडनाइट. The narrator asked the boys, "Must you work so hard? You both look rather tired." The boys replied, "We are not complaining, sir." What do you learn about the boys from their reply? So when the narrator saw them selling newspapers till midnight, he asked them if they must work so hard as they both looked tired. At this, Nicola replied that they were not complaining about it. It means that both the boys had a lot of courage and patience to work hard. It shows their willingness and readiness to work. Support the opinion that the narrator was kind and sensitive. जो narrator है इस chapter का वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा kind और sensitive है. Even after his driver's warning, he wants to buy fruits from the boys to help them. He notices the honesty and sincerity of the shabbily dressed and nearly starved boys. He also drops the boys to the hospital where their sister is admitted. The boys usually make a visit to country Poletta every Sunday. Jacopo asked the narrator to drop them there in his car. Since the driver had the Sunday off, the author himself took them in his car. Despite knowing the truth about Lucia, he resists from intruding into the privacy of Nicola and Jacopo. He does not decide to reveal to the boys that he knows about their family crisis. He knows that they will prefer to feel that they have safely kept their secret, but their devotion has touched him deeply. Do you think the boys looked after Lucia willingly? Give reason for your answer. The boys loved their sister. उसमें उनको कोई force नहीं कर रहा था. वो willingly उन्होंने ये सब कुछ किया. Because they loved their sister. She was the only family left after the war was over. When they realized that their sister had tuberculosis of the spine, they got her admitted to the hospital. The ultimate mission of the boys' life centered on the welfare of their sister Lucia. Day and night they worked so hard to earn money. They sacrificed their own needs to save that money for their sister. This couldn't have been done without their will and desire. उनके अंदर will थी, उनके अंदर desire था, इसीलिए वो अपनी sister की इतनी help कर रहे थे. Eighth part is answer the following questions in detail. Let's have a look. Appearances are deceptive. Discuss with reference to the two boys. Appearances are deceptive. It is very much true in the case of two boys, but in the positive sense. In spite of their appearance, the narrator bought fruit from them. In the following days, the narrator discovered that the boys did a lot of other things apart from selling fruit. They sold newspapers, they were shoeshine boys, tourist guides, and run errands. All this made the narrator think that the boys were working so hard to save money to emigrate to America. However, it is revealed during the course of the story that their only motive was to be able to pay for their sister's treatment. War had destroyed their family, and yet it had not filled them with despair. The boys were working day and night to save whatever was left. Behind their shabby appearances were hidden two noble souls, whose dedication and selflessness promises a new hope for mankind. How does the story, The Two Gentlemen of Verona, promise hope for society? See, both Nicola and Jacopo show selflessness and reflect great dignity in their behavior. They were deeply devoted to save their sister. In their earnest endeavor, they become role models, epitome of sacrifice, who can enlighten the path for the rest of the humanity to follow. Endeavor का मतलब होता है an attempt to achieve a goal. Okay, so in their earnest endeavor, मतलब कि वो अपने गोल को अचीव करने के लिए सब कुछ करते थे. And epitome means a person or a thing that is a perfect example of particular type or quality. इतना sacrifice करते थे, and that is why they can enlighten the path for the rest of the humanity to follow. So here on page number 12 in your book, you can see that there is another question related to phrases and meanings, and the table is given in which you have to do the matching, and under that the fill in the blanks are given, which I have filled for you. So you can see that now the phrases given above to complete the following sentences. The landlord was suspicious of two men staying in his flat, so he called the police and turned them in. Early in the morning, we packed our bags and set off for a hike over the mountain. Janvi came across some photographs of her grandfather in the old trunk. My father set up his own business 10 years ago. The bank turned down Paul's request for a loan. The corporation's decision to reduce the leave of the employees came up against a lot of opposition. Thank you so much. I hope the question answers are helpful to you. If you like the video, kindly like, share and subscribe.